What about maybe the diaspora, for example? I know that you made mention of the Nigeria in Canada, the company that you were referring to that produced uh, ink or something like that. Okay, I forgot that part. Maybe, for example, some Africans in Europe and maybe they are in business, they want to connect with you for the same purpose of expanding the African project, something like that. Is this something that you consider, or the company have to necessarily be in Africa to collaborate with you?
No, all things are on the table. There's nothing that's off the table. If it makes sense for the development of Africa, then it is on the table.
All right, thank you for that. Now, another thing I would like to know is that what are the challenges? Because at least one of the things that the people that are watching this program also like to understand is that by listening to you, they might say, okay, well, Viola is doing something. Let me also try to do it in my own, because you are not going to be able to save the whole of Africa, no? But if through what you are doing, you can inspire some other persons to do it, maybe somebody that might not have the whole kind of money, might have this or some other influence, but do not have the strategy. But by listening to you, can get the strategy. Then you are also reaching out to people in that way. Now,
Mhm.
what I'm considering here right now and at this moment is the challenges. So, what are the
Yeah.
challenges going to African country to work and to collaborate with people?
Politics, and that politics is large P politics. So if you're not capable of dealing with anxiety and stress and dealing with African politics, don't enter the game. It is. And if you, tribalism, understanding African politics, understanding culture, culture eats the best strategy every single time. So understanding the culture that of and the context of which you're coming into, um, being able to uh, understand business and have a business acumen. Um, Corruption is real; it exists, and there's many people who, as I call it, you do the glad hand. Where you need to get something done and you have to put a brown envelope in people's hands to move things about. And you got to understand that. And there's nothing, I'm not shaming, blaming, criticizing, or attacking, but I think there's a way in which that you have to be able to do business with this in mind, that people are trying to, are very, can be, because of the value system, uh, very individualistic. And let me give a point to that. When America was 60 years old, America was 100 years old before we are where we are now. And we operated in a feudal system. Um, we had nepotism, and nepotism exists no matter where you are on, we're humans and we're flawed. Africa, in my opinion, as a whole, when you look at people who are doing business, they're only mimicking what they saw their predecessor do. So their former colonial master. Their former colonial masters made business decisions that enriched them personally and looked out for opportunities that were for their personal benefit, that they had power and control over. And so when I think about corruption, that small scale corruption compared to the large scale countrywide corruption, does corruption hurt? Yes. Do I stand for corruption? No. Understanding the complexities that go along with doing this work. The other is a part parcel. The other part is that I'm the lead for my company. I'm a woman. And that in of itself, sometimes, because I was raised in America, I have to understand the cultural context of which when I walk into a room, I've been greeted several times of, and where's your husband? And so when I'm the one who's making the business decisions and I'm the one signing the check, I have to rethink about how I respond to that. If I'm negotiating with someone, I've had the pleasure of sitting down with first ladies who were first wives and second wives, and understanding their context of, their relationship and their influence and their power. Women do have power, and how we're able to utilize that power, I am learning so much about, and I do so with great humility. I'm a person that has multiple piercings. So I don't know if your listening audience can see me. I have, a nose ring and, one in my septum, and I have a tongue ring, and this is who I am. And this is decisions that I've made for myself. It doesn't stop the fact that of my uh, of my competence. And sometimes I have to think about, is this something that I want to walk into this meeting with, or do I need to send one of my consultants in? I think the final thing that I will say, sometimes I have learned in doing business is that maybe because my team is all black, sometimes that is a problem. And it's a problem because of the perception is that something that is all black is not quite capable. And so I may have to get a consultant who is not Black to lead a conversation. And so those are the things that you have to be aware of in doing some international business. And that's not just with Africa, it's with having conversations with any other country. People have perceptions, and you have to be well aware of what those perceptions are. It doesn't take me away from the mission. And the mission is for social and economic development of African people. And we're doing that through an economic enterprise development strategy, or business strategy. And if I stay focused on that, one of the people that I look up to is Rosa Whitaker from the Whitaker Group. She's married to Bishop Duncan in Ghana. She has done a huge amount of work. And I don't know if I'll ever make it to her level. And maybe it is not my destiny to do so. I think we all play our part. And the road that God has me on, I'm grateful that I'm on that road. I pray for more opportunity to do better, to learn from my mistakes, and to supplement. Maybe there's areas of which her company cannot touch, and my company can touch those smaller business opportunities because she does large scale, super multinational, big business, super big business deals in the billions. And I'm not there yet to do that. But I do think that there's a niche for folks in the smaller echelons. And if I can be a support to people to do that work in the smaller areas that I can, I'm very pleased to do that work.
And of course, when you really come to think of it, there are a lot of businesses that is exchanging hand in Africa now. It's not in all the cases that all the businesses are actually run by European or uh, American that are non-African American. There are a lot of some really deep businesses that are going on in some places. Yeah, that's correct. Now, but one thing I want to ask you, this also, of course, is about your personal experience, is that how have you been able to navigate the political terrain that you have just described? Because it appeared to be a little bit delicate. Yeah, it's delicate even for the African that are playing it, no? Talk less of you that is coming from outside. So how have you been able to navigate it and find your way through?
I'm grateful that I have a strong team of consultants that work with me, that give me education. Um, I am extremely patient, and I don't consider myself a know-it-all. I lead from the spirit. So if the work doesn't seem to be something that we center on together based upon common values, I rather not engage. All money is not good money. And I want to make impact. Money is important, but impact to people is much more important, because the place that I'm going after all the breath has left my body, I need to answer. And the answer I need to give needs to satisfy not only my ear, but my heart will be judged from that. So I learn a lot. I make a lot of mistakes. I come in humility. I'm honest when I think I make a mistake. I ask someone, have I offended? Have I done something wrong? And if people are willing to share, they'll let me know what I think. My team has had hot debates with me. I'm not perfect, and neither is my team, but they are the better part of me. My team is the better part of me. And because they're mostly Africans, and it's a team of men. And there's two females on my team, myself and a Brazilian woman. And to lead a team of African men, that requires a whole lot of queenship. I'll just tell you that.
It has been a pleasure on my part. I really appreciate that.